Hello friends, this is Hatim Rampurawala, and in this video we will revise essay 299, that is the responsibility of the joint auditor. This would be a quick recap so that the all points are revised before starting to the scanner or the question bank. Okay, so we'll see. This has been divided like first division of the work, second coordination, third responsibility of the joint auditor, and fourth reporting. So we'll go one by one. First division of the work. So how the work should be divided, how it is divided basically, on what basis it has been divided. So first concept, division of work by the mutual discussion. By mutual discussion they will divide on the basis of the identifiable units or the specified area. So either on the units basis, that unit A, unit B, unit C, unit D, they will divide likewise, or specified area, India, US, UK likewise. Then if it is not possible with the above method, that is identified unit or the specified area, then they will divide with respect to the following, that is assets, liability, or the income expenditure, or according to the period wise, that from 1st April to 31st 1st April to 30th September, and from 1st October to 31st March, half of year period will be divided by the joint auditor. Then work should not, if the work should not be divided for the important area. Work should not be divided for the important area, it should be divided for each and every areas. Okay, means it should not be like for the important area only there is division of work. Then work so divided should be documented and communicated to the entity. So what we have studied in the first part is, by the mutual discussion there will be a division of the work on the basis of the identified unit or the specified area. If not possible, then income, assets, income expenditure, assets, liability, or the period wise. Work should not be divided on the important area. Work so divided should be documented, communicated to the entity. Second part is coordination. So if one auditor comes to know a matter relevant for the other, if he comes to know the matter which has been relevant for the other joint auditor, he should communicate immediately in writing. So over here the important point is, he should communicate immediately and also in writing. It should not be an oral communication, immediately in writing to the other joint auditor before submission of the report. So before submission of the report, he will communicate in writing, immediately communicate in writing to the auditor, other joint auditor. Then responsibility of the joint auditor, that is separate responsibility and joint and several responsibility. So in which area there is a separate responsibility. So for the work allocated to the specific joint auditor, so what all work has been allocated to the specific joint auditor, they have the separate responsibility in relation to that work, and joint and several responsibility in relation to these 5 points. First point, that is work not work not divided. So the area which are not been divided, means work has been not been divided. So for that area the work so for that area the responsibility will be joint and several of all the joint auditors. Then for the joint decision with respect to the nature, timing, and extent of the procedure. Then for matters brought to the notice, brought to the knowledge of all by any one of them, and on which they all agree, and on which they all agree. Then disclosure required in the financial statement, compliance of the audit, in compliance of the audit report with the statutory requirement, So what all are the matters in which there is a joint and several responsibility? First is work not divided. Second, first is work not divided, so there will be joint and several responsibility. Then for the joint decision with respect to the nature, and extent of an audit procedure. Then for the matter which has been brought to the knowledge of all the joint auditor by any one of them, and on which the decision has been taken, on which they all agree. Then disclosure required in the financial statement, and the compliance of an audit report with the statutory requirements. So for this they will be having the joint auditor will have the joint and several responsibility. And the last concept is reporting, that is generally a single report will be issued by the joint auditor. All joint auditor, if there are 2 or 3 joint auditors, they will issue a single report. But if there is a conflict, that is if the joint auditor disagree, if any of the joint auditor disagree, then specific joint auditor, that auditor will issue a separate report in addition to the main report. And the last point is, no one is bound by the majority. So means they can issue the separate report if an auditor disagrees. Okay, so we are done with this essay. Thank you for watching the video.